Welcome back to Factorio Hyperbase. We've just finished a tech, so let's get this one, Power Armor, start thinking a little bit about what we are getting. Hyperbase is going to be a very, very large base. So there's mega bases, there's gigabases, and then there's hyperbases. We're headed for the very big of big. But before we get there, we need to tweak this little starter base. You may not think it's little when you see that, well, that's at the end of the line. We have that number of belts, but it really is. There are some problems that need addressing, and that is, first of all, look at this very, very feeble flow of copper down here. Now, I kind of did worry about this at the time, because I kind of realized that we needed to feed basically 2 full lines of copper into red circuits to get them to work the way they're supposed to. And you can see that it's absolutely smashed going along red circuits. There is basically nothing for down here. This bit doesn't really need to exist. This row basically has twice as much production, which is why it's okay. Now, part of the problem is coming from over here. If this one actually had input priority, yes, from the left as well, so I want to copy that. So it won't just take 50-50, it will take everything it can from the left first. That might be more effective. I doubt it's going to fix the problem though. I have another fix in mind, and this will be input priority right. And we'll run along and do that to all of these as well. I'm not even sure that it's doing anything, given that the lines are so heavily skewed to a single line at this point. All the underground line having been transferred down here and decimated pretty much. So what is the other fix? Well, the other fix is basically we are going to need to get some red, and we are going to, where does that one go? Oh, that one goes there, that's why it's so, oh, that actually had lost its composure completely. I wonder if maybe I should actually put these through a proper balancer. It might help slightly. But it's not really the fix that I'm after either. The fix that I'm after is to turn this top stack into using the steel smelters and red belts. Wow, it's happened here as well. Because copper takes too long. Do we have stack insert? We do not. Well, that's what we need to do, clearly. Oh, come on. Stack inserters. 4 left. Okay, I will go and get some more. So yeah, for starters, certainly these trains should be unloading with stack inserters so the trains can turn around faster. I wonder if that means that the trains at the other end, like at the mine, are actually unloading without a stack inserter as well. It's certainly possible, but look at this, absolutely shredded. We're going to need to check the condition of the mine as well. In fact, I'll get all of those. It's certainly possible now the mine can't even support the first smelting stack. That could be the issue in itself. But yeah, look at this. This is completely dried up. Right. Not those. These ones. Those ones are fine as blue. Shouldn't take very long to unload it. In fact, it's almost done, so let's go for a ride. We can have a quick nosy over here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is absolutely packed, does it? Very good, we've got power armor 2, that's going to be helpful. What do we want next? Maybe, well, worker robot speed is always useful. Right, they're having to wait, that's not a good sign. We can always step up the number of miners here. They do actually use stack inserters here. So, yeah. We may have to go red belt here to get it to fill faster, or possibly even two side. 46 million, it certainly is a decent field. Possibly this should have the thingies further up. So I think we are left with upgrading all of the belt and the furnaces. Maybe we could start with just belt upgrades. I now have too many of a bunch of these things. Not least of which is the iron. Let's get rid of that. Let's get some belt. We'll do the belt upgrades first. Maybe I should set up production of some steel furnaces. And actually, for that matter, some electric furnaces. All these circuits are kind of in the way now as well. Clearing a little bit of inventory space. At least the red seems to have thickened up quite nicely. Okay, so back over to the make everything. Ideally, we probably want stone brick to head down this path, which would mean something that's kind of impossible, so maybe if we took it from there, it would have to be even another one back, probably even another one back. There we go, something like that. Now let's use that to weave through to there, grab a bit more, okay. Not sure if I need more stone for anything, but we have it anyway. Okay, so what I need to get these things set up as well. We don't actually have them all yet, but we do need to get them set up. But our key for today and for right now is the steel furnace, which is just steel and stone brick, and we probably may as well make the electric furnace at the same time. Steel and stone brick. Alright. Steel furnace. Electric furnace. Beacons. Let's have steel come through here. Which means we need to lose that. There's steel, stone, brick needs to come up to there. And red circuits needs to come through here. We probably still need these things, so let's grab some more of those. We don't actually need them for these products, however. Worker robot speed. So speaking of which, that is something that I definitely want to get. We have iron chests. Well, since we've already built them, I guess it can't hurt to make some. Now, I will use a wire this time. Enabled condition will be steel furnaces less than 48, because that's how many we have in a stack. Oh dear, we seem to be low on power. This one will be electric furnace is less than 400, because we're going to get serious about things in the not too distant future. That is pretty terrible. Let's go and see what's going on with power. We probably just need another furnace stack. In fact, let's preempt that and grab, I need 40 of those. I'll just grab 50. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need 40, do I? I need 20. Oh well, never mind. I might just use fast inserters for this one. We probably need some power poles. It looks like power's picking up again. We must have just had a coal delivery, so I'm guessing that actually now we're struggling for coal to deliver fast enough. Where are these guys? Let's just top up. And where's my car? Oh wow. Yeah. Logistic systems finished, so what do we want now? Probably insert a capacity bonus. It gives them both one. That will help these things. I might have to change these to stack inserters. Wow. .7. Yes, a few things are going wrong. We probably need to increase the speed at which this loads. Maybe have a double stack. I don't think the plastic one loads all that quickly. It's not actually here at the moment. These guys are not full. Oh, they are out of iron. Wow. This one is full of iron, but it hasn't moved because why? 5 seconds of inactivity. That's at the unload, which is this one. Oh, it's still got a little bit of sulfuric acid in it. Which is draining just very slowly. Okay. Still haven't found my car. Um, 101 problems, the usual Factorio thing. It's just a shame that it's still the starter base, because I really want to move on to the next level base at this point. Currently our trains are just not cutting it. Looks like this one needs to be supplemented anyway. You probably need a second platform at copper. This whole setup can go now. It's not helping. Okay. Right. I think we could benefit from there being a bit of a balancer here. Like so. Wow, that is the end of the coal. Yeah, these ones are not keeping up, so they can be stack inserters now. I've got 47 miners. It's probably not enough. We're actually close to capacity with these things anyway. Where are they? Here. I wonder if I can actually even fit another. What is your problem? That's it, they're out. This is the problem with these guys. Where did you end up? Up there, okay. They must have run out and just stopped for no good reason. Not doing enough. So, yes, we need another stack. That should be basically what we need. I left 2 gaps there, alright. Insert a capacity bonus. I guess we may as well get product. Oh, should we do the silo? It's 1,000. We'll keep everything quiet for a bit. Now these things. Don't need that. What I'm going to do is give these ones fast inserters. Which actually use less power, but they won't be able to sort of kickstart. But you should only need 1 to kickstart. I may have actually miscalculated these things. By may, I mean I definitely did. You're telling me there's no power at all? Yep, that is what they are telling me. I think at this point I need to deploy this pattern here. We're going to have to turn it into red and do that fairly quickly, otherwise everything is going to stop working. Well, there's a perfect example of why you need those at the end. And these are a perfect example of something that needed updating. Alright, well I need another 40 steam engines I think, and 20 lamps it seems. So let's quickly get those. Oh my goodness, that has gone already. Yes. Power crisis. Not even what I wanted to deal with, but clearly something that I need to deal with. Wow. Now we're not even getting coal all the way down here. Steam engines and lamps. And I still don't know where my car is. Probably left it out here somewhere. Wow. Oh, that's a function of no power. Everything doing a go slow here is just no power. I should have got more miners while we were out, but never mind. Okay, wherever this train is, it better just come now. Yeah, coal base unload, let's go. How much have you got? You're not too far off where you need to be. This clearly is not going to work for us. Let's upgrade it all to the next size. Here we go. I'm getting very broken delivery. Yeah, very pathetic. I think I do need to let this unload. I might actually need to help it unload. It's probably a wake-up call that it's time to... oh, there you go. It's almost like we had solar. Now that it's yellow, it should be able to recover. But that's going to exhaust very fast, so that's not going to work for us for very long. I don't have enough red belt to do this properly. Not by a long shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That in theory is only 13. Let's upgrade all of this. Yep. Okay, now let us use stack inserters here. And I am out for the moment. How are we going? 7.6, 7.7. How's power doing over here? Very badly. We're just losing it. This is the problem with 484s. They just 484s. 242s. They're too small. So we need a bunch more belt and other red things. Oh dear, it's down to 21 again. Let's grab those, we may as well. We may as well get rid of this belt while we're here. Since it's doing absolutely nothing. Oh, that's partly because it's also a lack of power in the field, so we're going to be running out. Getting through rocket silo is going to take somewhat longer than it really should. get the coal properly fed. Probably feeding it from both sides is an option that we're going to have to take. It's just not loading fast enough off one set of belt. We have those. Those are not the problem. Got some stone I can donate. I also have some red I can get rid of. Mining drills. We need more mining drills. Might even get another one. Power poles. And that pretty much locks us out. Yeah. Oh, we haven't fixed this up. That probably is why we have had a pause in science. Copper needs attention. Everything needs attention. We just built to that point where suddenly everything's not big enough anymore. Oh, the coal train's taking off. And already these things are starved. What are you up to? 1.6. Let's just send it now. Let's go back to base to unload. So this is my problem with using stack inserters here. Basically, most are going to get grabbed by those two, and the end ones will only take a minor amount. I know there's a fancy thing that you can do to kind of direct a column of ore individually to each of these evenly, or we could put smarts on them and only let them swing when they all want to swing, or we could just not worry. Oh, good grief, too much yak. No, come on, back to coal base, and this time I'll actually get on the damn train. Yeah, they are emptying very, very fast. This is proof that the ones with the stack inserters did actually fill up first. Better let it unload what it's got. So it doesn't look like we're going to get much done this episode other than fixing up power, which I didn't actually even realize was a problem. Oh, and now we have to wait for plastic coal train. Or not in this case. Alright. Let's finish off each one of these. Cannot insert transport belt. We probably can now. Okay. Okay, since I have so much red on me, I might as well just use red belt. So we can now double the length of these stacks. We're actually only getting about 50% longer stacks at the moment, so it's not particularly useful out there. So this is why I like doing some nuclear fairly early on as well, because the nuclear puts you in fairly good stead. Gives you an easy boost, and it is somewhat more reliable once set up. Than coal. So that's not actually helping us at all at this point. We seem to be completely out of power. Where are you from? You are... How much do you have? 7 something. That will have to do. Come on then, back to coal base. Oh, we've got some transport belt in here. come on, let me get the transport belt out. Oh, excuse me. Okay. We'll have to bootstrap this. Yeah, I could use that wood as well. Train's already left. Good luck, it's filling up a little bit faster. But I think what we need to do is not just this little bit of extra, but we will make, well, basically double this up so it loads twice as quick. How's power going? It's a little bit better. I mean, I could always just stop research. Eventually that would help us power, but that's not something I like doing. So now if we get a little bit of a break, these things will build up and we'll be able to load the next train a lot faster. We're already past. Here we go. And we might even need to get 2 trains on this route. And speed up the unload here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I've got no boxes now. Oh, I've got these things. And I can make 15 steel chests. Which of course is not enough, but it is a start. Let's do it. Rocket silo finished. Okay, what next? What's next that is useful? Well, we could, recursive blueprints, that's useful and cheap. That is a stack inserter, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so blueprint's done. What else is in here that's useful? Worker robot cargo size is or will be. Braking force certainly will be. Atomic bomb not so much. We don't even know where uranium is. I know there's not that much on the map because I turned it down. Well, let's get it anyway. We are back. I guess we could just start adding over here. Oh. I've broken our perfect symmetry of, well, having everything in line that we had before, but never mind. That sort of thing is not actually especially important. Right now what's important is getting this down. One, two, three. Okay. We might as well shred this coal. You can't take it away with you. Yeah. Let's put a balancer in here. But before we get much further, let's get some power happening into the rest of these. So that should start loading things up much faster. Ooh. Just as well it's the right train. I just need to see if we need to speed up this end. But we didn't get what we wanted to do done at all, not even close. But we did fix power. So that's a start. And that just shows you how kind of dicey this whole arrangement is. So what are we at? 240 of these. We're using about 160 megawatts. We can, with 240, get to 0.9 of that. So what's that? Just over 200 megawatts, 216 megawatts. Which probably means that we really need to whack another one in already. Certainly looks like I need to do a little bit more rebalancing over here. Probably could do something like well, that should already yeah, it shouldn't need anything there. Alright, so if that's that, every time I come here there seems to be less active miners. Kind of suggesting that iron also is in a very bad way and needs help. You can see there are gaps appearing in this. I don't know if that's really a big issue yet though. So, but I think we've spent long enough. We're clearly not getting enough through from these mines. Let me just have a quick look to see if there's some that aren't actually able to be active. Looks like this one is in a pretty bad way. There are certainly a handful of miners. This doesn't look like it's going to be enough. So copper is going to need, yeah, it's going to need a supplement. And all of these turned into steel and all of this turned into red. But that's going to have to wait until next episode. Thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.